Hello, welcome to another episode of Las Chismosas. We're so happy you're here. Sad news, guys. Mandy's baby is violently throwing up. That poor baby. So we have a special guest today. This is Kaylin. Kaylin, say hi.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm happy to be here.
We're so happy Kaylin's here. She has sent us lots of goss while we have been recording our episodes, and she has some really good stories to tell. This is going to be so good. So, Kaylin is stepping in for Mandy this week, and she's welcome back literally anytime
Oh
because
God.
I love her.
Gosh, I could never replace Mandy, but I'm gonna do my best.
Okay. Today we're, we usually review wine on our podcast,
Oh,
but you guys,
okay.
it's been a day. It's been a day. Yesterday was a Wednesday, like a true Wednesday. And so today I am the most tired I could be. Kaylin, what about you?
Oh, same. I absolutely could take a nap right now, and I am in Denver. And so it is
Yes,
only,
that's right. She's in Denver,
yes,
guys.
yes, it's only a striking 3:11 p.m. And I think absolutely go to bed right now. So
Yes,
I'm
and sleep until the next morning.
yes, like I could go to bed for the day, absolutely right now, and not have any question about it.
Yeah. So what we're reviewing today, I actually have coffee on the way. I'm door dashing it. It's a dirty chai bubble tea.
Oh,
And then DoorDash said if I spent $3 more that I could get the delivery fee waived. So of course I did that. And I
yes.
got this little strawberry carbonated something or other. So
Okay.
whatever those.
Does the dirty chai have like boba in it? Is that
Mm-hmm.
bubble tea? Yum.
Yes,
Okay.
and it has like a cheese foam on it.
Ooh.
I don't know.
All
I'll let you
right.
guys know how it is. It
Yeah.
might be good.
I can't wait to hear about it, to be honest.
Well, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it. But in the meantime, I'll be drinking a Coke. Kaylin, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking a Dr. Pepper. Nothing quite as exciting as a cheese foam bubble chai situation, but Dr. Pepper is my one and only
Yeah.
soda, really. And I love it. I can try to pick out the 23 authentic blend of flavors at my review, but it tastes really good. That's what I'm having this afternoon.
Did did you know that Dr. Pepper used to be my absolute favorite soda? Like I would die
What
for Dr.
happened?
Pepper.
What changed?
So, long time ago, like right after college, I worked at Whataburger, right?
Mm.
And they had for a while a Dr. Pepper shake. And
Oh,
I really don't want to try it because you know how like when you get like a Coke flavored lollipop, like it's like not even
it's
remotely close to Coke.
no, no.
Well, tried this Dr. Pepper shake, and it was like if Dr. Pepper was a medicine. And so like
Oh,
the shake to me was not good.
did it mix it with like vanilla ice cream or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's mixed
Okay.
with vanilla soft serve, which sounds like it should be good, right? Like a Dr. Pepper float.
Yeah, like a
But
float. Hmm.
no, it wasn't good. And then for some reason after that, anytime I drank Dr. Pepper, I could only taste
No. How
the
disappointing.
it ruined Dr. Pepper for me. But now I'm coming back around to it. There are times where I'm like, oh, I could go for a little Dr. Pep.
Yes, yes. Okay.
But yeah, that's that's the
How
tea on how Dr. Pepper
sad.
was
You
doing.
abandoned us, Dr. Pepper drinkers, and I suppose
Mhm.
it's for a good reason, and I'll accept it.
And now I'm a Coca-Cola girl.
Ooh, okay, okay. That's fair. See, no, it's Dr. Pepper or water if I'm like going on a road trip.
I love that for you. I love that water is included in that mix.
I just don't drink
I
any other soda. My goodness. Maybe I should. I don't know.
water only enters my body when it's like I think I'm dying.
Through Coca-Cola via the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. Yeah, I should drink more water, but that's another story for a different day. Anyway, happy you guys are here. We're gonna have lots of fun with Kaylin today. Yeah, let me just get into this first little story. Okay,
I'm
now
so excited.
this, sorry, what?
I just am very excited for this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna
so
be so
pumped.
fun. So this story, she's a little bit different than like the gossip we've been bringing you guys. This is actually about, I just heard the story like very recently about this new cult that has been brought about in the ether.
Mm.
Um, and a lot of people are comparing it to like Scientology, like the hippie modern Gen Z version of Scientology. And there have been like some celebs that have been connected to this cult, like Miley Cyrus and more recently Shawn Mendes. Now, Miley Cyrus has denied that she's in this cult, but a lot of people have seen her in like
Doing the cult stuff, apparently.
yeah, like in the same areas as the cult. I don't know. But this cult, and of course they claim they're not a cult, is called the Modern Mystery School. And essentially what this school is they combine magic, martial arts, and multi-level marketing.
Interesting.
I'm sure the MLM part is probably, it's not specifically listed like we're an MLM because they never are.
They would never.
They never are. But they claim that they're saving the world through I don't even.
Are they like selling martial arts magic? Like
honestly, yeah, they're
like what is
they claimed to save the world. They're going to save the world and all of like the earth life through like unlocking their divine energy and yada yada yada. And they claim to have actually stopped an apocalypse from happening with their strategic chanting and hand movements.
So we have them to thank for that then, right? You guys remember when we survived that apocalypse? Because
they said it was sometime in 2012, and I was like, were you guys even around in 2012? But I guess they weren't recruiting them. They were just doing their
strategic hand movements and chanting. Interesting. Do you know what they were chanting when they saved us from the apocalypse? Because
I wish, because I would chant that at like the government to forgive my students.
Just every day, I think we'd have to chant that.
Yeah, I'd wake up and like,
right.
Like, what's the chant they do from Finding Nemo?
the shark bait one. That's probably as close as we're ever gonna know. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So I'm just disappointed that Shawn Mendes is somewhat involved in this. I mean, I'm not surprised. We love Miley. I love her. Leave her alone. But not surprised that she's, potentially wrapped up in this. But
Miley Cyrus is like living her life. She doesn't care what anybody thinks. And
and we love that for her.
Not surprised.
Yes.
But yeah, I've seen pictures of Shawn Mendes in regards to this cult. He's like sitting on a blanket and him and his girlfriend's feet completely black. That's the first thing I looked at.
Oh no, like they just wander around. They're wandering around barefoot.
Yeah. They're sitting on
in like a linen shirt, because that's what I'm seeing.
Literally, yes. Yeah, sitting on this blanket, and his girlfriend's like shoving something up his nose while it looks like he's like meditating. What? Anyway, so if this cult sounds enticing to you, this is how you can join. Okay. So they encourage everyone who joins to completely leave behind your job and commit your life to their cause. So if you have a family, forget them. If you have a job, there's the door, bitch. Like it's done. There's no more. And there is a fee, because they want to make sure you're committed. It's like when you give a dog to a good home, a rehoming fee. There's a rehoming fee for you too. And it's not much. It's just a mere $20,000.
Oh, simple, very easy.
Simple, easy, $20,000, achievable in this economy.
Very. Everyone has that just laying around.
Yeah. My goodness. Just like right in my pocket. And if that's not enough to sell you just that very cheap price, the founder himself, he claims to be a direct descendant from the god of Thor. And all of his followers are directly connected to the Sons of Solomon. Which wasn't that a cult also?
I don't know, but well, to be honest with you, when I heard Sons of Solomon, I thought you were going to say Sons of Silence, like the Baker Gang, which I was like, okay. But isn't Solomon biblical? And how does Thor and Solomon? I love that he just decided to connect those two. I had no idea.
These sound like names of importance. Let me put them together.
I wonder, he was like, well, I want to be Thor. So I have to be a descendant from Thor.
Maybe he just watched one too many Marvel movies.
Solomon, exactly. Right. We have to keep this somewhat religious for validity purposes, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm Marvel and you're Jesus Christ.
I'm more exactly. Yep, there you guys go. You're welcome. No one else can be descendants of Thor, though. Just me.
Nobody, just me. But please follow.
It's the hammer thing. Exactly.
Also, if you want to know some classes that are offered at the School of Modern Mystery, let me tell you.
Which I assume you have to pay for on top of your rehoming fee, right?
Yeah. You
With the
have to take
job that you
classes
abandoned.
in
Okay.
order to move up as a healer, and then eventually get a cool crystal wand that I'm sure does everything. But anyway, so these classes that are offered, these are just some of them that I saw. One of them is called Astral Travel.
Oh, okay.
Astral
But you don't
Travel.
get the wand for the astral travel. You
No,
have to
no, no. You have
learn
to,
how to do
yeah,
it.
you have to learn the astral travel first.
Okay.
And then the second one, which honestly sounds like it'd be my least favorite class, is Sacred Geometry.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not taking sacred.
Sacred
I'm not
shapes.
taking regular geometry, let alone
Oh,
sacred geometry.
right. And how
Uh,
long do you have to learn about sacred shapes? If it's a whole course.
I have no
So,
idea.
like, is this a 6 month situation where you're just learning about holy triangles? Like, what is
Well,
going on?
so when you join, they do something to you that they heal you, and through healing your body, it activates your DNA, and like they don't tell you what's being activated within your DNA. Like I thought my DNA was
Upon birth, we are
right. Like upon
right.
like even like the fucking conception, it's like DNA. So I thought it was activated, but apparently they're double activating it, which I
It's
guess
sleeping right
connects
now.
you to the magic. I don't. It's
Mm,
not clear. If you're part of this cult, what are we fucking activating? What are we
Help
activating?
us understand, please, if you're
Yeah,
listening.
but
If
after
some
you've been activated and you take some of these courses, you can then become a healer. And as a healer, you can go on and recruit your friends. I mean, you can go on and heal your friends and activate their DNA. And essentially, you're supposed to get rich through this and have the perfect life. And while he claims, the founder claims it's not a pyramid scheme, it's very much like, okay, I recruited you. Now you go recruit seven more, and all of your recruits go recruit seven more. And it's like, how, what, why have we become so stupid that we're just okay? We're like, yeah, you're absolutely right. This is a pyramid structure, not a scheme. Like, the
well,
fuck?
truly, if you have to come out and say no, we're not, then I feel like if you have to defend yourself against it outright, then maybe you need to activate your self-reflection. Like, my goodness.
That's so fucking valid. But yeah, that's all the information I have on the modern mystery schools. There have been like some TikToks that I've seen and like researching this where it's like the followers are like, let me tell you about this brand new thing that has completely changed my life. And I'm a stage 4 healer. And yeah, and they're really into it, which it's fine. Everyone should have your own thing.
Get
But I
into it.
also feel like shit like this is what happens when you have too much fucking money.
So dangerous. Absolutely. I think
Like
there's a level of,
$20,000 to Shawn Mendes was like, bitch, that's a Tuesday. Like that's a
yeah,
Tuesday
it's fine.
morning.
I make that with my little face and my voice. Does he still make music as his job? I just have to wonder, especially with most cults, when they're like, abandon everything and leave it behind, but we also want all of your money. Like, you guys are contradicting yourselves and they have to do something somehow, right?
I mean, literally.
Like,
I
what
want
do
to
you
know
do?
how normal people are entering this cult. Like, I don't have 20 fucking $1,000 in my pocket.
You have to be taking out loans, right? I
I don't
mean,
even have
that's
to.
like the only way to
It's not even
be
good
a
enough to get
healer.
$20,000. They're like,
Well,
bitch, here's
right.
10. Like,
Exactly. That's all you get, and I'm not gonna give you any more ever.
yeah, literally. And also there's gonna be interest on that, so you owe me $10,000. Like,
Exactly.
I'm not, if I have $20,000, I'm buying a house. Okay, that's my
Yes,
down payment.
a dwelling to live in. I am
Yeah.
not going to do it to activate my DNA and learn magic karate shapes.
Yeah. Magic. Okay, so there's this show on that I watched on Netflix. I think it was literally called Magicians.
Oh, okay.
It's not good. It was a sci-fi show, but it was like one of those not good shows that I'm like, I have to keep watching.
Uh-huh.
And that is exactly, and they would do like these like, ugh, to like
The hands and
do the magic. Yeah, and that's exactly what I picture a lot of these people just doing in the forest, just like
So we here in Denver have something called Casa Bonita.
okay.
No, the little pink. If anyone has heard of it or watched the South Park episode, I don't know if I can say any of these things, but here we are.
Yeah, you can.
Casa Bonita sponsor the podcast. And we
Yeah.
owners of, so before it was a joke. It was just a funny place that had bad food and cliff divers. And then it was about to go out of business, but it's considered a landmark here in Colorado. And
Okay.
the owners of South Park, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, purchased Casa Bonita right around the pandemic, redid the whole thing. And so we went to Casa Bonita's new grand opening. It was actually a couple weeks ago, and they have a very like campy, cheesy magician guy in there, and he
Good.
does very much what you're displaying, these hand movements and stuff, but the whole running premise of the show is that it doesn't work. And so
Right.
I wish I could remember his specific name, and truly the college age person who was the magician, of being the actor there, did a lovely job, but he was trying to, he'd do the hand movements, which I assume these people are doing, and then go turn on the TV manually.
Good.
So I just feel like maybe that's kind of what's happening here, is maybe the Thor owner is doing all the things that the people think the magic. I don't know, but I just don't understand. But it's Casa Bonita level magician stuff here for $20,000.
I would love to watch.
Yes.
Just like observe. I don't want to be in the cult whatsoever, but I would love to watch, like, people watch them for a day. Well, I think anyway, keep this on your radar, because I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being a Netflix documentary, because there have been like ex-members already, even though this is a new cult, coming out and saying like, this was just a lot of financial abuse, and there was like sexual things going on that like I was not, which of course you're going to be in a cult. Like, I mean, it's not unheard of. It's not. But yeah, it's probably going to be a Netflix documentary, and just remember, you heard it on Las Chismosas first.
Calling it now. Yep, right here.
I'm going to put that in the ether.
With your chanting. We'll chant after this. Netflix.
Shark bait.
Over and over, and yeah, it's Shark Bait. So sorry, I forgot that we already decided on a chant.
Oh,
I'm already
it's okay. You know what? And our chants can be anything we want them to be. And one more thing.
The beauty of it.
Exactly. One more thing. First of all, if the world's going to end, at this point, just let it. Like, what is it offering us?
How are you trying to save it? Yeah, exactly.
Literally, just like let it. Maybe it's her time. Shit, we've abused her enough.
Exactly. She's ready. She wants to go.
Can't you use your magic karate powers for good and maybe like overthrow the fucking government or something?
Do something else. Take away taxes. I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, can you please?
Why are we still paying taxes if you can save the world? The fuck? Get
also, it. I mean, yeah, and then you have to think of all the things truly that have happened since 2012. Like, where have y'all been?
Exactly.
Where have you been for any?
COVID happened. Why weren't you curing COVID with your?
Yep, with your chanting and your strategic hand movements. Do they have a headquarters? Were they in a field? I still have so many questions.
Apparently, they have a bunch of schools throughout the country, like actual buildings where people are going to these schools.
Wow,
Can you imagine like people with their backpacks, like, I have sacred geometry today. I hope I pass.
I mean, I can't imagine, but I hope to find one. Can you imagine? I just want to sit on a bench. Just want to sit on a bench and watch.
I need to find one. It's like we're looking for like a rare animal in the wild.
Just want to see it.
Oh, I found one. Oh God! All right.
Do a GoPro documentary style. You're like, I'm walking on the campus.
If you guys like talking about cults, there is a podcast for that. It's called Cult Leader. It's hosted by Spencer Henry. But if you want us to give some goss on the cults, let us know in our comments. Send us a DM. Leave us a review. Maybe follow us. All of those things. Because we live to serve, you guys. We live to fucking serve. So that's that story. Next we have Kaylin is going to give us some hot goss from her time in college. Like me, Kaylin also went to a Christian conservative college, which is also very similar to a cult. They take all your money and force you to worship their one true entity, Sky Daddy.
Sky Daddy, yes. So I did go to a Christian university. I continually refer to it as summer camp. I went to summer camp for college. Let's just be honest. So that's fun. But so much. I just am trying to decide what I want to talk about. The hot goss from the Christian college. So my freshman year, they put us in like apartment style living kind of situation. And I lived with 3 other girls. And one of the girls came to college with a boyfriend, which we know that never works well. Like when you're going to college, you move away and you bring the relationship with you. But he stayed home because he was younger. And in California was home at the time. And they would, talk every day on the phone, incessantly on the couch where, we shared living spaces and whatnot. And they had a blanket on her dorm bed that was both of them at Disneyland with the ears and the, the shirt that has the me and Mickey and Minnie.
Oh yeah, they point at each other like
Yes,
this is
they
my
have-
boo and this is my boo. Yeah,
with
yeah,
the bow, so you know which one's Mickey and Minnie, as if you have to ask. And
of course.
and it was a thing. And then we, like most schools, they would take us off on little prayer retreats, like most schools, like most Christian schools, I should say. Other schools don't do this because they're normal. They took us off on this little retreat thing in the mountains. And what's funny is this is required. You can't not go on this retreat. It says all freshmen and new students must attend. And so, so then we like sleep in bunks and do worship all the time, and they would, it'd be really dramatic, and they'd
tell you what a sinner you are. And
sunrise. Yes, they sent us out into the woods at like 10 p.m. and had us, of course, repent and cry, and we all come back.
Welcome, sinners. Welcome, sinners, to the woods. Sinners in the woods we are.
You could just hear us scattering amongst the trees, and then they would like ring a little bell, and we'd all scatter back into the worship hall situation. Like, why did I think this was okay? I did think it was okay. 4 years.
Anything for Sky Daddy.
Anything. And just thank you for bringing me here and putting me in student loan debt, Sky Daddy. It makes so much sense. So we went to the retreat, upon which she met a new boy, because, when you pack a bunch of 18 and 19-year-olds into the forest with no cell phone service, this is what happens. And they ended up like making out in the hot tub, which I don't understand where
there's a hot tub in the woods.
At this little retreat they did, but I do remember them saying we had to bring one-piece swimsuits as grown-ass women.
Of course, because the midriffs are just a segue to sex.
We have to, shield ourselves for our brothers who could stumble upon seeing our belly buttons.
Exactly. Men are weak.
The weakest. So, they ended up kissing in the hot tub while she still had Disneyland boyfriend. And all of us clearly knew, like the roommates were also there, and we were not in the hot tub. I don't know where the hot tub was still to this day, but they found it. And the morning we were getting ready to go on the bus, they were throwing the football back and forth, and we saw them, holding hands and hugging and whatever. And me and my other direct roommate were like, doesn't she still have, what's his name back home? What is happening?
Mickey Mouse.
Yep. And they came over, Mickey Mouse. They came over to us and were like, we have the same birthday, and it's meant to be because,
please don't tell me that she said, I think this is God's plan for me or something.
Oh, absolutely did. Absolutely did. Like, there's no reason that we met in the hot tub at 10 o'clock and then our birthdays are the same day in 2 weeks, and they proceeded to have like a joint birthday party at the little coffee shop on campus before making anything official. And they wore like matching Hawaiian shirts to this joint birthday party. But I specifically remember her coming to us and just crying like a week or so after we get back from this retreat and saying that she broke up with so-and-so back home. But she was already having other so-and-so from the hot tub back at like our dorm. And our dorm, of course, had the fun rules of no boys in the bedrooms ever. We had opposite sex, I believe, had to be out of our room/dorm by 10 p.m. So they would do things like sit outside the front, like just right outside the front door and talk all night long, because that was not breaking the rules because they were on the other side of the door frame. But while doing this, they would snuggle under the blanket with other guys' face on it. No problem. Nobody ever, like, you didn't throw it away. You didn't tear it up.
And like the new boyfriend wasn't like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. There were other blankets. We were not hurting for blankets.
Right. Sis, also, have you ever heard of RIT dye? Fucking dye that shit black or something.
Right.
Like,
and we at some point brought it up and we're like, hey, you're gonna keep that blanket? And she was like,
you want to keep this forever memory of fucking Mickey Mouse who's suffering in California, bitch?
Right. And the response again was just, well, it's a nice blanket.
And you know what? I understand a good blanket. Like, I'm a slut for a good blanket, but also, like, Huh?
See, I gotta push back on the good blanket a little bit because same. I love me a blanket, but this, the picture blankets, they're that weird woven, fringy,
Oh,
rough.
so it wasn't even like a soft, like
No, it wasn't
oh,
minky or plush by any means. It was not keeping them warm. I can guarantee that. It was like a tapestry. And
oh, I
also
don't
this,
know.
not to bring more money into the situation, but this girl wasn't hurting. She had
They could have
so
bought another
so
blanket.
much of it. Like house had an elevator situation.
Oh
And
my God.
but you didn't need it. I think anyone would have bought you another. I probably would have bought you another blanket just to not see boy A's face on boy B's lap. Like what is going
Do
on?
you
And no,
do you think it was kind of like a sick little like I could have had him, but I
like a
chose
look.
you
I don't
situation.
know if it was like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, was this a
Let's
weird,
cuddle in my boyfriend
this a
ex-boyfriend's tears.
weird kink of like, oh, there, this is who I gave up for you, or we hurt someone for our love. Isn't that so beautiful?
And in the Christian school like arena, that is not unheard of. Like, I left the love of my life at home to be with you, and then the partner's like, see,
They love me. They love it's true love because you had a love before and then you broke up with it for me. So that makes me somehow feel better and validated.
yeah,
It was wild and it was continued to be a very wild relationship for the extended 4 years. I can tell you now they're not together, but they were engaged for a while
shocker.
and then broke up and dad said, "No, you can't marry my daughter." And they oh my goodness, I could just go on forever. I think about it. He went to work in the oil fields in Canada and
Okay.
got out of school to make money because she demanded a certain dollar amount in their bank account before he could propose. And so he
I've
went
heard
like
that
to
shit too.
the hardest job, like whole ass oil rig job to get I wish I could remember the outlandish number, but it was definitely 5 figures at least. And she stayed in Christian college and just hung out at summer camp with the rest of us where we learned about the Bible. And
Kudos to her for not just dropping out and getting pregnant, though. I mean, because that was also very common in Christian
that
colleges.
was also very common. Yep. We had,
Engaged, drop out, pregnant.
yes, I do also vividly remember sitting when I was a sophomore, we'd sit around it and, do homework in the common areas and whatnot. And well, common areas, making it sound like Hogwarts. We'd sit around.
I wish it was fucking Hogwarts. I would
It
have
would have been
rather
so much
gone to
better.
wizarding
It would
school.
have been better and it would have been less of a scam. I can tell
Yeah.
you that. And there would be freshman girls who would say, I'm truly just here to find my husband. I don't have a major. I'm taking general education classes, but there's nothing wrong with being undecided or anything like that. But going in with just the intention of I'm paying so much money this year for 1 year to hopefully just find a man of God.
Yeah, you would ask so many people like, "Oh, what's your major?" Yada yada. "Oh, what do you want to do with that?" And the common answer, it wasn't teacher, which I thought was going to be the common answer. It was, "I really want to be a mom."
Yep. And I thought the best way to find a good dad and man of God would be to come to a Christian school.
Mm.
And I don't know about your school, but our ratio was way off. It was like every 3 women, there was one dude. So y'all are fighting for a lot here.
I don't.
And
Yeah,
ugh,
I only had my eye on one dude when I was in college, and I did marry the guy I went to Christian college with, but
hey,
he's like me, and we're demon children together.
yes,
So
yes.
it all worked out. I picked the one good one that wasn't like, I need you to be the woman in the kitchen and
Ugh,
cook me a steak and potatoes.
bacon potatoes.
My coffee just got here, so pause real quick. I'll be right back.
Lovely.
It came in a cute little bag. Look at it.
And it's not spilling or anything. It makes me nervous when they put drinks in bags like that. But
No, I'm surprised.
okay, and then what was the strawberry thing you got? I remember cheese boba chai, but I don't remember the strawberry.
Okay, I actually have no idea. It's just a strawberry something or other with carbonated whoozy whatsits in
It
it.
looks good.
Okay, good. So we love the Christian um school
Gosh, yes, the
gossip.
Christian school gossip, absolutely. I feel like that's really kind of all I ever have in my back pocket for gossip, just because it was so crazy back there, like
But
we
you
were
know what? The Christians have the juiciest gossip ever.
really, because just we're so I act as if I am one. I truly am not, do not identify as that anymore, but it's just the thing, you can't make it up. You can't make up
Yeah.
the Ring for Spring motto. You can't make up going to college to find a husband. You just cannot make that shit up. You just
Yeah.
can't.
Mm-mm. Okay. So this last story we have is called Stepdaddy Issues.
Ooh, okay.
Mm.
Wow. We're
This
escalating
is
quickly over here.
Yeah, this is more our forte when it comes to Las Chismosas. This is more of the stories that we give, but today was a special episode. So,
Oh gosh, I feel like I did not deliver if we're going
yeah,
magic,
no, you did. You
magic
brought everything.
school, and stepdaddy issues. Here we go. I'm ready.
No, you brought everything. So Henry, who's 38, met his wife Kate, who's 34, 10 years ago when she was a widow with their 2-year-old son. They got married 7 years ago, and now they have a 6-year-old daughter. He loves his wife and his daughter, but he doesn't feel the same about his stepson. He doesn't mistreat him, he just doesn't see him as a son. He is actively involved in his life, pays for his school, and takes him to activities, and plays with him, and all that stuff. All that to say, he feels like his wife's kid is more of a nephew than a son to him. And his wife knows about this, and she's very unhappy about it, especially after seeing him be a great father to their daughter and the father figure that he's been so far to their stepson. She asked him to legally adopt their son, and to let her son call him dad. And she said by him not doing this, he's creating a separation between her son and their daughter. He said he doesn't want to adopt him because he doesn't want to take on the heavy responsibility that isn't his. And he doesn't want this kid to call him son because he feels like he would be lying to himself. And that's the story.
My jaw is on the floor.
This is fucking crazy, right?
What the hell? I
What?
don't this is creepy to me too. Like you can just really only bond with the younger
I mean,
female in this situation. And also, yeah, you are creating a divide. The mother is absolutely correct.
yeah.
And I just that'd be a complete deal breaker for me because you are already assuming the responsibility with the daughter. So what is the difference here?
And it's
And
not like
oh my God.
okay, they've been married or they met 10 years ago and they've been married for 7 years. So like this kid's been in the picture since they met. It wasn't like it was her long lost son or something.
But yeah, just came into the picture and they're trying to bond.
Like you thought y'all were gonna get married and you weren't gonna have to take on a fatherly responsibility with this kid.
You also can't pick one. Like you just can't pick one, or you can't pick. That's not how this works. You don't get to choose which one you decide to be a stepdad to and which one you don't. You are a stepdad to both of them.
And like I get that you don't want him to call you dad and whatever, and you don't want to. But
right,
like
that's a different situation, I suppose.
When you got married, you knew that this kid was in the picture, and by marrying your wife, you agreed to take on that lift. You agreed to also let the son be a part of your family. So therefore, he is also your son. So like I don't fucking understand like where
I don't know what the problem is. And also this won't
disconnect come in, sir.
Right. And I have no words, or maybe too many words.
The crazy thing is like, so like he posted this on the internet asking like, am I in the wrong here? Like, yes. How do you not know you're in the wrong?
You are absolutely incorrect, sir. You are absolutely wrong. Yep.
It's not this fucking, how old would he be now if they were 2 and they met so he's like 12. He's 12. It's not this 12-year-old kid's fault that his father died, like
right.
You literally you signed up to be his surrogate father, and so you should have never gotten fucking married if you didn't want this kid to be your fucking son.
And also just the fact that you've been here since he was what, like you said, 2, 3-ish, and you just that entire time were like, nope, don't really like the kid, but the daughter's all right. You're the only
kid. You're the only dad this kid has known. Like, imagine how hurtful that is for the kid.
And also, how can you hate a 2-year-old? You know what I mean? Or like, how can you just look at him and be like,
that shit's not for me.
Right. Nah, I'm good. Thanks, though. I'm just gonna like be your friend, kind of, or whatever he said, your uncle.
Yeah.
What?
Well, and like as a parent, like when you have kids, it stops being about you and what your feelings
Uh-huh.
are. Like
Yeah.
fucking step up to the plate, dude. Like it's not about you. It's not about how you're feeling. It's about how the kid is feeling, you
Well,
know?
I mean, you don't have to be his bio dad to be his stepdad. You know what I mean? Like you don't have that. It. I just. Oh my gosh.
As someone who has a stepfather, am I, my dad's great. I love him. But
Yeah.
I call him my dad. He is my truly my dad. And I just can't imagine how fucking hurt I would feel if he was like, nah, those ain't my kids.
No.
Even when we were calling him Lionel and not calling him dad, he would still introduce us as like, oh, this is my wife and my
Mhm.
daughters, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like the title, like we kind of touched on a little bit, the titles of, I mean, that could be complicated for everyone. Like it's fine if you don't want to call your stepdad dad. That's okay. But they are still your, step children also. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? There's a level here of
They're your children.
yes, yes,
And
they
if
are.
you didn't want them to be your children, you should not have gotten married.
No, no. And this woman's gotta get out of here or
Yeah.
get this guy. I just can't imagine.
Was this like, I feel like this would be if I was a widow and I was out there in the dating field, I feel like this would be my first question. Like, like first date, I have a
Has to
kid.
be.
How do you feel about that? And if we got serious, it'd be like, well, I want you to know that you would be taking on this role. Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, and they've clearly had the conversation because she said, "Hey, I want you to adopt the kids because we're married and whatever." And he said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that, or I'll just adopt the one." I don't. I.
Well, so the daughter is their son, their daughter.
That's right. Okay, that's fair. But well, that's what I mean. No, I just want to have the one. I'll just
Yeah,
take the.
that's so fucked to me. It makes me so angry for that little kid.
He's
And
not
like
really mine. So I don't
as
see the
that
like what
as that kid's mom, I would have been like, well, then I'm out. Like
you have to.
I
You
will
have
not put my
to.
kid in a situation where he feels like he doesn't have a fucking
Especially because his father died. It's not like his
literally
dad is still around and she's just trying to
be
shove
weak
you
about it.
into like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are incorrect, sir. Especially because you have to write this letter and ask.
And like 85% of our listeners are like men and non-binary. And so that's why on this channel we say fuck those men.
Do, do, do. I wanted to take this brief pause because it sounded like 85% of our listeners were men, but they are in fact women, and I needed to set the record straight. We can continue now.
Fuck them.
Yep. Nope. Not today. Get out.
Ladies, if you're not going to stand up for yourself, you got to stand up for your fucking kids, man, because no one else is
Seriously.
for you.
Seriously. They can't. They don't have an option. That's not something that they have the ability to do at this moment in their development. Like, my goodness.
No, that's your job as a parent, is to be an advocate for them. Like,
I also don't know how you can have your own kid, like you go through the whole process of, like impregnating your wife, they birth this daughter, and you understand now what it's like to be a guardian of this child. And you can look at another one and be like, nah, I'm good. No, thanks.
I could never. I feel like that's just not.
How is that possible?
How
is that?
Where's your humanity, fucker?
Where is it at? Because it's not in this. It just because you know what it's like to raise a kid. You know what it's like to go through all of that. You
Right.
don't have that excuse anymore.
Like
of saying,
think about your daughter. Like if you had died, your
right?
wife, someone else, and that person's like, that's not my daughter.
No, I'm good. I don't want to. I just want to have mine.
How mad would that make you? Like, but you're okay doing that to somebody else?
You'd be very hurt, and you would think that they are a terrible person,
Mhm.
which is what we think of you, sir.
Yes. Henry, you suck.
Henry, get your shit together.
Literally, you're just being lazy. Okay, step up to the fucking plate, sir. Step up to the fucking plate.
You are wrong. You're wrong, Henry, and those kids deserve better, both of them.
Facts. Anyway, that was our last story of the day. Everybody say,
sad. What a good one. What a way to go out.
Kaylin, we're so happy you were here to join us. I did get my coffee. And
okay, how's the cheese foam?
It's delicious. Okay, like the cheese foam by itself, I did just taste the cheese foam and it's actually terrible just by itself. But when you mix it into like the chai and the like coffee, the like espresso, it gets like buttery and it's yummy.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
it's
even
super good.
consider the buttery aspect of it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's so
okay.
good. The strawberry thing tasted like a like watered down strawberry limeade from like Sonic.
Okay, all right.
So it gets like a 5. I gave it to Bryce, but this gets like an 8. It was really good.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna have to try this because because I know in general about this whole cheese foam situation. There's something called, I think it's like, gosh, I'm gonna butcher this and everyone's gonna be so mad. Like happy lemon or something like that. Lemon tea situation. I think it's a
Okay.
chain, but they do their signature is that like cheese foam situation. And I've always been a little skeptical, but you might
Okay.
have convinced me.
Okay. I mean, try it. Let us know what you think. Fuck it.
I will, absolutely. But thank you. Thank you all for having me, letting me be here. I had a blast. It was
Yeah.
fun. So thank you.
Lastly, I normally give you guys a couple things to do in Austin, but as I said, this week has been a week from hell, and I have an extra special announcement. So I'm going to give you one that looks really fun. It's called Drag Me to the Tavern, and it's a
Ooh,
night of drag and fantasy.
yes.
Our favorite, her name is Gothish Jasmine. She actually follows our podcast, and we love her.
I got this, Jasmine. Woo!
Yes, Scottish Jasmine, Alexander the Great, Lori Bird, Owie, and Sir Bo Elliott will all be at the Tiny Minotaur Saturday, December 9th at 9 p.m. So if you don't have any Saturday plans, go check that out.
Get
And
there.
lastly, we are doing a cutie little giveaway.
Woo!
It's for Christmas. So I have a couple of local, like small businesses, that we are supporting in regards to this giveaway, and they're supporting us by letting us share their stuff on social media. So the first one is from, oh God, it's Ethereal Nimbus, I think. Let me look it up.
Ooh, love that name.
I know it's so cool, right? Ethereal Nimbus Company, and she makes these cute little like handmade air fresheners for your car. They smell so good. I have a Taylor Swift one and a Pokemon one, and so she made us one with our logo on it. We love
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah, we have 2 custom cups from Jasmine's boutique. She's the one that made us our Chisme y Cafecito cups. So
Mm.
she made 2 custom cups for our giveaway. And
So
then
much talent.
she also gave us some custom pens that are going to be in the giveaway. And we also have some croc gibbets that are really fun. And then last but not least, we have a sweatshirt from a small business called Las Betties. And she makes really cute sweaters. She had some really cute Taylor Swift sweaters around the Eras tour. Precious. So I'll post all of that on our giveaway. And this is how you enter. So you enter by commenting on our post, your shirt size, and by tagging 2 friends. That's how you enter, and it's pretty much like that. There will be 2 winners, and I will notify the winners a week from now. If you would
Woohoo!
like extra entries, you can send us some gossip to our email, gimmichisme12, or by DMing us. That will earn you 2 extra entries into our giveaway. So good luck.
Good luck,
Good
everybody.
luck, guys. Thanks for being here, and thanks to Kaylin for joining us.
Woo, thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye.